salah behind Uthman bin Farooq. Okay? Al-miskin, yak al-jahil is haram.
It's haram, brother. It's haram. Haram. Abdul, let me correct you. No, it's not haram. Do you remember when the caliphate, he received a complaint from Abdul like you? And he said, we get tempted by a homosexual imam. And still the caliphate, he says, so what? The Muslim guy, he said to him, we are being tempted by his mom. So if a homosexual in Islam, he can be your imam. And you Muslim, you claim that you are against homosexuality. And then we find that your prophet himself was a homo. His uncle was a homo. And the whole family was a homo. Read my book, Section Allah. And your God Allah is a homo. And we can prove it. But look at this. This is the caliphate. And this is Sahih al-Bukhari. So don't tell me this is a weak hadith. This person, he came to the caliphate. And, oh, hold on. This is, yeah, this is the hadith. We can read this one. So he came, he went to Uthman. This person, his name, حدثنا قال محمد بن يوسف حدثنا الأوزاعي حدثنا blah 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 عن عبيد الله blah 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 blah. So عبيد الله بن عبدي بن خيار, her name is Khiyar, cucumber, mashallah, that he entered into Uthman ibn Affan, you know, ibn Farooq himself, while he be assigned, which means he became the caliphate. So he said to him, you are the chief of the Muslims in general, and you see what befallen to you. We are led in Salat, prayer, by a leader of al-fitna. What the heck? Fitna, he is doing fitna, troublemaker. Troublemaker, temptation, you know, like, you know, mean, too much garbage. Trial, afflictions, etc., etc. Look, the Muslim explained to you what fitna mean. Then, and we are afraid of being sinful in being following him. Uthman ibn Farooq said, As-salat, the prayer is the best of all deed, brother. So when the people do the good deed, brother, do the same as they do the brother. And avoid those who do bad deed, brother. As Zuhri said, in our opinion, one should not offer salat behind a feminine person unless there is no alternative. Sahih al-Bukhari. What a scandal. Unbelievable. Okay, we go back to the video. I mean, when this video is going to be over? We did not even start 20 seconds of the video and we made a scandal out of it. What the heck? When this guy will play the video so we can hear what he said. This Christian prince, he keep making comment, you know? Unbelievable. Don't never give him the mic. The second you give him the mic, things go wrong, brother. Right? So, okay, so now this guy is not good to be a sheikh. We get that. Why? Wow, what happened? What happened? Explain to us, brother, more. Because, you know, we don't know Arabic like you, Pakistani boys.
Definitely. 100%.
He's not reliable. He's going to change the disciplines. He's a Google sheikh. You can tell he Googled stuff.
Definitely.
He's been done recently for plagiarism.
Yeah.
He
right?
What? He didn't... What?
Definitely.
He's been done recently for plagiarism.
Yeah.
Right?
What?
He Googled stuff.
Definitely.
He's been done recently for plagiarism.
What?
He's been done recently for plagiarism. He's been done recently for plagiarism. He's been done recently for plagiarism.
Yeah.
Hold on. Why you are saying that? You are a liar. Ibn Uthman, Ibn Farooq, he is following the steps of the Prophet. If we ask your Prophet where he got his story about Al-Khadr, what about Alexander the Great, the guy with the two horns, Zulqarnain, or the seven sleepers, or Sulaiman is speaking to or listening to the ant? All of them, they are stolen from somebody. So why Uthman ibn Farooq, he cannot do what the Prophet did? I don't understand, brother. Explain yourself to me, please. Please, please.
Right? He's stealing whole section to be a local imam. You're not fit to do a nikah?
What the heck? You are not fit to F people? Suppose it is Abdul. He want to say you are not fit to do marriage. You know, it's a marriage ceremony. The word nikah means to F somebody, not to marry somebody. How we can prove that? You know? Muhammad, he says, when your wife, she have menstruation, do everything with her except nikah. Oh boy. He is not fit to do nikah. What do you mean? His penis is not working? What the heck? Why you are getting so personal, my friend? Oh, don't go that far. Look what the Prophet said about nikah. What nikah is? The Muslim, they fool you. They don't speak Arabic. I mean, this is our language. Nikah means to F somebody. So this is your Prophet saying, when your wife, when your woman, she have menstruation, do everything except nikah. You see it? And this is the word nikah in Arabic. So nikah is not marriage as they lie to you. I remember once a Muslim kid, he went and he said, in the Bible translation, there is the word nikah. I searched, I found that the translation, I did not find that word nikah, but then maybe somebody fix it, correct it for this guy. But then we found that this guy is called the Van Dyck, and he is a person who learned Arabic from Muslims. So he used the word nikah, but this is translation, and we don't accept it. Muslim, they have a million translations for the Quran. This is a false, and we Christian, we will never use the word nikah. So this is a fool. He learned from the Muslims that the word nikah is used for them now as a word mean marriage. But the word nikah mean to F somebody, and the proof is in front of you. What the Muslim translate the word nikah here? It says everything except sexual intercourse. You see it? Do everything with them. They are their wives. This is not a woman you will marry. And you will notice Muhammad is always, he is under the influence of the Jews for every decision he make. Do everything except nikah. اصنعوا كل شيء إلا النكاح. Do everything except nikah, which means to F somebody. So now this guy, he want to say to you that Ibn Farooq is not qualified to do nikah, which means, according to his understanding, marriage, you know. Why? Let us say he meant marriage, and this is what it meant, right? Why? What happened exactly? Why he cannot do the marriage? Why?
For anyone, you are not fit to make Jum'ah khutbah. You are not fit to lead a prayer. Balki, you need to get your own tajweed checked. Yeah. Because in your own prayer, you still need to recite Quran mujawwadan.
You need to recite the Quran mujawwadan. But this guy do not even do not know how to read two words in the Quran, not even in the Hadith. Do you remember when he was talking to those guys, you know, in San Diego, and he was reading for them supposedly in Arabic, and I was dying laughing. What kind of Arabic this Arabic is? Masahat, al-masahat. Well, we never heard of this word, but you know, al-masahat.
So please go back to school, young boy, and get you know.
Like I was saying, this guy, he's going around acting like a sheikh, telling people, well, you've got that stupid dawah man next to him, telling people he's got a master's in hadith.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I saw the master. He wrote, you know, actually, I saw ketchup on it too. You know, guys, how somebody he have a master degree in hadith and he do not know how to read Arabic? That's a good question. So you study hadith in which language? It's like, you know, maybe some people don't understand. Like You can be a Christian priest and you don't speak Hebrew or Aramaic or Greek. You can. Because, you know, Christianity is not based on a language. It's based on the meaning of the teaching. We do not need to pray in Hebrew or in Greek language or in Aramaic language. We can pray in our language. We can speak to God in any, even if you are mute. You speak in your heart, in your mind. Islam is different. Islam is Arabic, Arabic, Arabic. The prayer in Arabic, the reading in Arabic, the recitation in Arabic. Even their names have to change to be Arabic. So this guy, he claimed that he have a master's degree, but he do not know how to read Arabic. How he got his master's degree? Ketchup. Thanks to Mr. Ketchup. He wrote his degree by Ketchup.
Young boy, and you know,
like I was saying, this guy, he's going around acting like a sheikh, telling people, well, you've got that stupid dawah man next to him, telling people he's...
My brother, why you call the guy stupid dawah next to him? Why you are doing that, brother? Be a Muslim, my friend, being a Muslim, already you are smart. Already you are smart. Look, you are following a prophet who promised you a lot of virgin in heaven. That is a smart promise. And this is a proof that he is not a pimp. He is a true prophet. And you have a God who is right now working, making those women and shaving their legs and making them so smooth. It takes Allah 1,000 years to smooth the skin of each one of them. I mean, this God is so slow. If it's going to take him 1,000 years to smooth the skin of each one of them, I mean, this God, he never heard of Vaseline. Why you don't create them right away with the smooth skin? Why you are smoothing them now? I mean, 1,000 years to smooth it? Why? I mean, isn't the Muslim, they say, if Allah wants something, he say, be. It's going to be. So now he created the women, and her skin is so bad. So bad. Now I understand why women, they put lotion, man. They are doing the act of Allah. They're trying to be smooth. I better stay away from this topic if I want to live. It's not safe. It's not safe to go in that direction. So, okay, so brother, what happened? What happened?
Acting like a sheikh, telling people...
Mujawwadan. So, please go back to school, young boy, and get you know...
Like
young boy? Go back to school, young boy? I mean, come on. That's too much. The guy, he have a big belly, and he is a hero.
I was saying, this guy, he's going around acting like a sheikh.
What do you mean? He's acting like a sheikh, huh? Did you see how he challenged Christian Prince? If he is not a sheikh, how he challenged Christian Prince, saying to him, Christian princes wearing burqa, come here if you are a man. And my friend, I have invitation for both of you, as long you claim to be sheikh. Can you come here and shake our faith? Can you? I mean, Uthman ibn Farooq is a coward, and he's a potato, and he's intimidated. He's afraid. If I ask him to read one verse from the Quran, he will not be able to read it. And I know this is why he is not even coming. It's very embarrassing. What about you both? Both you are blah, 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 blah. And you are sheikhs. And supposedly you know Arabic very well. I invite you. You are welcome. I want to see if you are the same quality of Uthman ibn Farooq or better. Because talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. So you are going after this guy. But are you smarter? Prove it. Call us.
Telling people, well, you've got that stupid dawah man next to him, telling people he's got a master's in hadith. What type of master's in hadith is this? That this man can't read a verse of the Quran correctly whilst looking at it.
He cannot read the verse in the Quran while he is looking at it. Did you hear? So, you know, I remember once the Indonesian Muslim, they made a video, say Christian friends do not know Arabic. Oh, no, hold on. Mimi Hijab, when I spoke to him, he says to me, can you recite this verse for me? And he played my recitation. I said, you idiot, you just did. I just did. Isn't this my voice? He's asking me to recite the verse. and he played my voice reciting the same verse. So why you are asking me? I just did. You see, this is my voice. Do you have a problem with it? They are so cute. Unbelievable. They are so flexible. Very flexible. You can put them anywhere you want. You know what I mean. Okay, this is now this is our friend here, Adam Seeker, speaking, and the link for those guys too is there too. You can watch their video. Now here things will get even more horrible. Sheikh Uthman is going to read. You want to hear Uthman reading?
Comprehend.
ولوطا إذا قال لقومه ولوطا إذا قال لقومه
ولوطا إذ قال لقومه.
He's changing the words. He's not only do not know how to read, he is changing. He is adding new words in the Quran. Unbelievable. Okay, Abdul. So this is the problem now with this. Isn't it your Muslim says that the Prophet received 7 Quran? Make it 8. I mean, come on. 7 Quran. By the way, why Prophet Musa did not receive 7 Torah? And Abraham received 7 whatever. And Moses and Jesus. Why nobody received 7 books? Your Prophet 7:11. You know, what are your Prophet? Why he received 7 books? Huh? 7 Quran? And then the Muslim they said to us the Quran was preserved. And the Quran is so clear. When the Quran says, oh sorry, Muhammad he said, Allah, that the reason Allah sent 7 Quran because it's impossible for the Muslim to understand one Quran. Guys, listen. I want to show you something. You like my English, don't you? Be honest with me. Like sometimes people, they try to correct me. Thank you very much, by the way, correcting me in my English. But trust me, 50% of those who listen to me, they like my accent. They love it, you know? Like I speak to people, they say to me, where are you from? I feel like I'm an alien, you know, like those Americans, they're asking me, where are you from? I look down at them. They speak good English. I don't. And they are asking me, where are you from? You have a nice accent. I feel so proud. They don't want to say to me, your words is wrong. You have a nice accent. And I know what they mean exactly. Like what the heck he's saying. We have no idea. Anyway, this is a true story, by the way, Sahih Bukhari. So the Prophet, he claimed that Allah, he sent him the Quran. One Quran first. Then Muhammad, like he scratched his head and he scratched other places. And then he told Jibreel, you know, Jibreel is the guy, the pizza boy, you know, like, you know, Tony, come Tony, go Tony, you know. So Jibreel is the, you know, the pizza boy. They always, you know, this God, he sent the pizza boy always. So, Muhammad told Jibreel, peace be upon him, listen to me. My people, they cannot understand one Quran. They are not capable. What the heck? Look, all this is Sahih. This is very Sahih. This is Sahih. So don't tell me this is weak and, you know, this garbage, right? Yeah. So Allah told him one Quran, Muhammad, he reject. Allah did not understand. I mean, what do you mean? You know, Allah is not an Arab, remember that. I mean, he speaks Arabic, yes, but he did not live between us. So he did not understand. So Muhammad explained to him, he says, listen, Habibi, listen. My people cannot do one Quran. So Jibreel went to Allah and he asked Allah to give another Quran. The same Quran, by the way, it's the same Quran, but different words. So he went up to the sky, he told Allah, Allah, he gave him second Quran, different way. Muhammad, the angel come to him, he said, okay, Allah, he gave you second Quran. But he said to him, Habibi, you have no idea. My people are very slow. They cannot handle one Quran. Jibreel, he went to the sky again. And he sent him another style. Look at the translation here. The guys, look at the Muslim translation. Another style. Look at the style. The style is different, brother. The style. My people, they are not capable of reciting one Quran. They cannot, which means they don't understand. They cannot, you know. So Allah, he sent him third Quran. He said to him, my people are not capable for, you know, to one Quran, to two, three Quran. They want more. So, you know, Allah sent him the fourth Quran, fifth Quran, sixth Quran, seventh Quran, etc. But the reason for this lies Muhammad he made is the following story. As you see here, there's two Muslims. They were reciting the Quran, but reciting the same verses, supposedly. I heard Hisham ibn Hakim, or Hakim, reciting Surah Al-Furqan during the lifetime of Allah Messenger. So Muhammad was alive. I listened to his recitation, and I noticed he recited in a way other than Allah Messenger he taught us. Did you hear it? This is different from what Muhammad said before. I was about to jump over him while he was still in prayer. But I waited patiently. And then when he finished the prayer, I put my sheet around his neck and I pulled him like a goat, you know. And he said, who has taught you this surah which I have heard you reciting? Hisham said, Allah Messenger taught me to say it. The other guy said to him, you are a liar. You are telling a lie. For he taught me the same surahs, the same verses in different way from the way you are saying it, which means different words. Then I started drag the guy to Allah Messenger. And I said, O Prophet of Allah, I have heard this man reciting the Surah Al-Furqan in a way you have not taught me. The Messenger of the Prophet, he said, okay, Umar, release him. Recite here, Hisham, recite for us. Hisham start reciting. So he recited in the way I heard him reciting. Allah Messenger said, oh, it was revealed like this. And then he said to the other guy, now you recite it, Omar. Okay, Omar, go. Omar, he started reciting different way. Muhammad, he said to him, oh, okay, this is the correct way too. Allah, he gave me the Quran in 7 ways. So look what happened. If the companion of Muhammad, they heard this before, they will not fight, right? If Muhammad said to them, well, Allah, he gave me the Quran in 7 ways. They will not be surprised from each other saying it in different ways, right? But they were surprised to the point they will fight. So obviously Muhammad now is trying to cover his ass and his lies. He could not recite the same verses twice as he did before. He add words, he forget words, he take words, he change words, claiming now that there is a 7 way. And this is obviously proof that he is a false prophet. The Muslims, they say that the Quran written by the Almighty God or sent by the Mighty God, and it is in the best Arabic. Is that correct? Well, if it's in the best Arabic, why Allah he need to rewrite his Quran 7 times to make it clear to them? Do you understand me, people? If Allah he make the recitation clear, and he made the Quran clear, and Allah is writing a clear Arabic, do I need, imagine I have my books, I will rewrite the deception of Allah 7 times. Why? Because first time people couldn't understand. Second time they couldn't understand. Third time it's not working. Fourth time, 5th time. What a horrible author. So if the Quran written by the Almighty God, then the Almighty God, he did not need to rewrite his book many times in order to make it clear to them or make them capable of doing it. And then we find a verse from the Quran, it says, Allah will cause the Quran to be forgotten. Chapter 2, verse 106. None of our revelation do we abrogate or cause to be forgotten. Muhammad, he forgot Quran. And now he is claiming that the one who make him forget it, it's Allah. But ask yourself, why does God, he want to send a word of God and he want you to forget his words? What sense? And at the same time, the Muslim, they say that to us, that Allah, he will never allow the Quran to be destroyed. Will forgotten is destroyed, is gone. And then, but we substitute and look at the word abrogate. Why Allah is abrogating his Quran in the same day? If you go and read the interpretation for this, you will find that the Arab, they were saying to Muhammad, Muhammad, he made Allah, he received Allah from his God. In the morning, he changed it second morning. He changed it second morning, not even second year. Chapter 2, verse 106. And as you see, we are not going to show you my own interpretation. You know, I'm not a Muslim, I'm not a sheikh, I'm not a follower, so I will go and see what they say, what they believe, right? So this person, as you see here, this is Tafsir Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad. This is a person who was alive in the time of Muhammad. So it says here, in the reference of the claim of Quraysh, Quraysh is the tribe of Muhammad, who said that the Prophet Muhammad, why you command to do something, then you forbid it, saying, do the opposite. Okay, how long? Is it something with Muhammad, he changed his mind second year, 10 years after? No. A day after. Sometime even 8 hours after. Read. This is Tafsir al-Jalalain. When the disbeliever began to deride the matter of abrogation, saying that one day Muhammad enjoined his companion to do one thing, and then the next day he forbid it. But when? The next day? The next day. Do you see it, Muslims? This is not my statement. So, if Allah, he made Allah, and he gave us the law, and then we go to sleep, we wake up, we find that Allah, he changed the law. Forget about yesterday law. So what Muhammad do, he says stupid things, like Ibn Farooq. But Ibn Farooq is more stubborn. You don't change it fast, you know, like he tried to cover it up. So he make a poo-poo. People, they start complaining about the stupidity, what he's saying, claiming coming from God. Second day, he says, Allah told me, abrogate it, forget about it. That's it. Allah caused it to forgotten. Allah will give us something better. And to make it even more horrible, he says something better or similar. If Allah, he is going to make a similar verse, why you delete the previous verse if it is similar? So it's like, you know, you say to me, you broke my whatever, my camera. I will give you a similar camera. So why you broke my camera then? You break it in the, like you did you meant it to break it. You took it, you smash it by your hand. This wasn't an accident. Why you broke it if you are going to give me the same camera again? So this is a silly Muhammad trying to cover his stupidity and why he cannot make the same verse twice. So he says, if Allah, you know, he abrogate or cause it to be forgotten, Allah will make something better or similar. Similar, better. And look here, if Allah can make Quran better than the Quran, that's mean we have two Allah. Do you see it? Somebody asking me about halal choice. Don't you see we have a topic? You are worried about halal. Any Christian, he eat halal food, he is breaking the command of the God of the Old Testament. Because halal food is a food which is slaughtered or made in the name of a pagan God. His name is Allah. So Christians and Jews, they cannot eat halal food. This is a pagan god food. Did I answer you? I will never buy anything. I went to many places where all things says halal when I was in Islamic countries, and I never buy it. I don't buy it. I will never eat it. But don't change my question, otherwise I will block you. We have a topic. Don't be like a kid. So look, when Allah, he said, we substitute something better. That can be true if the author is a human being, and now he is going to improve his writing because maybe he went to classroom, now he improved his English or his Arabic. But God making better Quran from the Quran written by the same God, how that can be? Do you understand the point? This word alone destroy Muhammad again. Every word in this sentence here, in those phrases, is a garbage. Because what kind of God he will write better? Better mean better. You know what better mean? If I say, I am going to write a better book, that's mean I am agreeing that I can do better, and the one I did, it was worse. Is that correct? So when Allah is going to make a better book, that means the Quran is not a better book. Allah will make better. And that means Allah is not perfect. Because how a writing of Allah can be better than other writing of Allah? Do you see it? So if a person, he read carefully, and he is a person who go deep in the words, you will see immediately that Muhammad is a fraud. He could not repeat the same verse twice, and now he is claiming that his God caused him to forget. And don't worry, Allah will make something better or something similar. And then Muhammad, he make more poo-poo when he claimed that he received satanic verses, and then Allah, he says, we'll take it away, don't worry. Allah will take it away. Now, so going back to the video, and those Muslim two sheikhs are making fun of Ibn Farooq. My friend Ibn Farooq, he speaks a perfect Arabic. What are you talking about? He is adding words to the Quran. What a big deal. Umar ibn Khattab, according to him, there is more than 70% of the Quran is missing. So maybe we can make it add more, so we can fix what is missing.
قومه. Like, we are not asking you to read like a qari al-muqri, you know, to have ijaza. All we're saying is like they say in our language, yeah, read like a bandina putar.
Like a bandina putar.
Our maktab kids who are 6 years old can differentiate between iz, alif, kasra, zal. Or in the Indo-Pak.
Is alif kasra? is alif kasra. Is alif kasra. Let us give you a kasra. This is what he is talking about in the screen. Where is the kasra? Maybe he mean the kasra in the under the hamza. Maybe, yeah. So the problem, brother, he is changing the words of the Quran. But I find that this is not a problem. Look at the translation. Each one of you, he add words is not there. Every translation is very different. And by the way, Muslims, the guy, his name is Luta. Luta? Who is Luta? You see, the Muslim says Lut or Lot, right? In Arabic here, Luta. what that name mean? Luta? Hey Muslims, do you know what the name mean? Oh, we stole the name from other people, so we do not know what they mean, and that's why we always say the name's wrong. So Jesus became Isa, and John became Yohanna. Sorry, Yahya, and what's his name? Enoch became Idris. What the problem, man? He added a word. The whole reading is wrong. This is what you notice now. It's a word he added. Come on, just be more realistic. I mean, come on. Be just having fun. Let us have fun. Let us be friends.
Alif, Zair, Zal, Iz.
Zail, Zal? Zail, Zal? Is that Arabic? Zail, Zal? Okay.
What's Ida? Yeah, why are you changing the Holy Quran?
He's added a letter.
You see, if you add a letter, Muhammad, he add verses, he add the Quran, he forget verses, he forgot chapters. It's okay. But Uthman Bin Farooq, he add a letter. Because he's right, by the way, because adding even a tashkil in Arabic can change the whole meaning. Every can be flipped upside. Like there's an example of two families in the Middle East. They have a war. Not actually two parties, you know, but based on families. Because an article written, and in the article in the newspaper, they added a dot, and shooting started, and people die, and you know. So adding letter is a big deal because the whole thing can change. Okay, what about we show you that the Quran reading have different even words, and they are the opposite.
He's looking in and reading. Allah says in the Holy Quran, الَّذِينَ آتَيْنَاهُمُ الْكِتَابَ يَتْلُونَهُ حَقَّ تِلَاوَتِهِ. Those people who we have given the book to, they recite it as it should be recited.
See? And he have a point here. According to Islam, that Allah who gave the book to the believers, a true believer, he will recite the Quran correctly. Only false believer, he will not be able to recite the Quran. You see how dangerous what he said? But look what you just did. You just prove Islam to be false. Because you know, I know, everybody knows that this guy is a Muslim. And if the Quran says a true Muslim believer, a true believer, he will be able to recite the Quran. And then that experiments failed. You just admitted that. That means it's not the problem of Uthman, it is the problem of Allah who did not keep his promise. Why? Because what Allah is saying, if you are a true believer, Allah will make you able to recite the Quran correctly. This goes for everybody. Listen carefully for what they just said. They just got Allah busted.
People who we have given the book to, they recite it as it should be recited. He's looking in and reading. Allah says in the Holy Quran, الَّذِينَ آتَيْنَاهُمُ الْكِتَابَ يَتْلُونَهُ حَقَّ تِلَاوَتِهِ.
So if we go now to the yellow page of Muhammad, and we look for the verse there, you know, they are reading. Chapter 2, verse 121, it says, those to whom we have sent the book, and here they say study, by the way, it doesn't say study now. They recite it as it should be recited. Let's change the translation. Just show you, if you are a person who don't speak Arabic, they can fool you with their translation. It's full of garbage. Let us go to the front. Idiot. But look what happened here. If you look at this verse, and those two guys, they are claiming to be sheikhs. This is a verse, Moses was speaking to the children of Israel. And Muhammad is trying to copy Musa, saying, those who follow the religion, who we gave the book to them, and the Muslim, they are adding a lot of bracket here just to make it more clear for you, supposedly, but it's false. The one we gave the book for them, between two bracket the Quran, they recited, and look what the Muslim here they do. They say, i.e., obey its order and follow its teaching. Recite it, it's mean obey its order. Do you see how they lie? Recite is to recite. Since when recite mean to follow and to obey? There's different word for follow and obey. So, this is a chapter about Moses. And then Muhammad, he want to explain why the Christian and the Jews, they will not accept his religion. He said, never the Jews and the Christian will be pleased with you unless you follow their religion. And here again, Muhammad proved to be fraud, because you cannot convert to Judaism. You cannot. Maybe now these days you hear somebody, he became a Jew. Those are just, you know, because today, anyway, you can convert to anything these days. But a Jew, he have to be born from a Jewish family. You cannot convert to be a Jew, period. It says, the children of Israel. The children of Israel. So, why they are called the children of Israel? Because all of them, they are the children of Israel. There's no outsiders. So when Muhammad, he made this verse, he made a poo-poo again. Because how the Jews, they want you to follow their religion? You cannot. You're not even allowed. But here what they are trying to say, that if you are a person who embraces Islam and you believe in Islam, then, and you are a true believer, then you should be able to recite the Quran correctly. So those two, they are saying, obviously, Uthman Bin Farooq, he is not a true Muslim, and he cannot recite the Quran. And the proof of that, the Quran itself. But here we notice, by saying that, we prove that Allah is false again. Because there is no way we can say that Uthman is not a Muslim. Why he is not? He says Shahada. And you Muslims, you have to obey your Prophet. The one who says Shahada is a Muslim. Even the Quran says, you do not need to be a believer to be a Muslim. As we notice in different verses in the Quran, where it says, we have two verses, two chapters, 48 and 49. They explain this matter for us. In chapter 49, verse number 14, it says, the Arab desert, they say, the desert of the Arab of the desert, they say, we believe, say, you have no faith, but only say, we surrender to Allah, which means we became Muslim. The word submitted here means Muslim, supposedly, but this is false word. Islam means surrender, not submit. Our wills to Allah. For not yet has faith enter your heart. So as you see, in Islam is not required for faith to enter your heart in order to consider yourself to be a Muslim. So Uthman here is proving to us again that Islam is a fraud. Why? Because Uthman, he says Shahada, but he is not a believer. Because if he is a believer, the other verse says he should be able to recite the Quran correctly. And then if we ask ourselves, if this is the proof who is a believer, who is not, well, Muhammad himself cannot recite the Quran correctly. And Muhammad himself, he forget the Quran. And Muhammad himself has received satanic verses. Isn't it this is your prophet? Forgetting the Quran? Read it. Remember, the one who cannot recite the Quran correctly is not a believer. We agreed upon that. And they said that already. Those who they are believers, Allah make them recite the Quran correctly. This is your prophet. He skipped verses, he skipped words, he skipped the chapter. Read. The Messenger of Allah recited Yahya and Yahya from blah, 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 blah. Okay? I prayed along with the Messenger of Allah and witnessed that he recited the Quran during the prayer and omitted something, i.e. some verses. You see? Do you see? They say some verses? He omitted, which he did not recite. A man said to him, hey, Prophet, by the way, you did not mention those verses. You skipped them. The Messenger of Allah said, why did not you remind me of it? Did you see it? So if the guy, you want to judge him for omitting a word or jumping a word or adding a word, this is your prophet himself. He cannot recite the Quran. And the funny is, they say to us that the Quran is preserved in the heart of the believers. How we know now that this guy who is reminding Muhammad of the Quran is not adding his own words? Because Muhammad totally forgot it. And this is Hasan Hadith, which means this is a good Hadith. I don't know, this video became so long. I said to myself, let me make 15-minute video.